Ephata, hello, welcome, wild witches, weird wizards, and adaptable esotericists. This is Key of Wisdom Tarot. My name is Vivian Moon, and today we are doing a pick a card reading for the full moon in Aquarius, the weird and wonderful Aquarius. If you have already watched the previews on IG, then you already know which pile is yours. But before you go to your pile, I just want to let you know that I am very thankful to everyone who is supporting the growth of this old channel, Revived. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for donating to the channel. That keeps my engine going so good. So yes, blessed be to all of you, and your timestamps will be in the description. I'll see you in your reading. Pile one, welcome. As you slide in to my DMs. No, I don't know. Maybe some of you did. This pile is for those of you who feel like you've been going through the birth canal. Okay, that's just what I was getting with Aries and Cancer. And by the way, these were in the previews, but I didn't show them in the first frame because I didn't want people to be confused. This is obviously for more people than just those who carry the energy of Aries or Cancer, but we're reading into these archetypes. They may be very significant to you personally, though the overall theme of this reading is mother and child, right? You could be a mother. You could be someone who is birthing something into existence with the flame, right? The beginning spark of inspiration is taking hold of you, and it's time to go within to learn to understand more, okay, about what is happening. Because as I said in the preview, it's like life has been taking out the trash recently, right? Transmuting, burning up anything that's in the way of your spiritual expression of your true self. Though, you know, being an initiate can be quite difficult. What I'm getting from this is it's more of a divine spark energy. Okay, so it's like you're finding your divine spark again. Yes, yes, indeed. You could even be interested in Gnosticism. Indeed. 222 on the timer as I flip. Excuse me. The initiate. I said that, and you know what? That's you. Right here, feeling like you've been hanging by a thread there. Threadbare. At least you got a cool ass tat. Okay, so Spirit of the Mighty Waters, this has been a cleansing. Absolutely. And for those of you who are deepening your knowledge of magic with a K, I see that going well. I'm sort of getting that maybe you didn't bargain for exactly how transformative it could be, but you're about to find out. All right, some of you could have water sign placements, in particular Pisces. Okay, you could be very Piscean 12th house. I don't know, it's just someone with a lot of sensitivity. Okay, and this is something that you should not feel ashamed about, my dear. Take a deep breath with me as I shuffle. This one's for Mercury. All right. Well, right out the gate, I'm just seeing the kind of the confirmation, 333 on the timer. You've had to abandon something that gave you despair. You've had to walk away from potentially family members because of Cancer, or people who used to feel like family, who were harmful to you. I do really genuinely feel like putting out both cards there. You could have recently settled a conflict or just decided to walk away from one. There is this energy of things getting better, though. And as I say that, though, I dropped a card on the floor, which is interesting because it was a devil card and it landed in reverse. Okay, and so the fact that the next placement is Saturn here, okay, because we go from the Sun to Mercury to Saturn. This in particular, this energy in particular, is saying that it's like whatever sort of circumstance you were in, it's like it got turned upside down, and you're going to be experiencing the opposite. But first there's this sort of sensation of like grief, you know, my heart, oh, it's ruined, everything's ruined. It's like that energy is coming through. But the universe has brought you here to this particular reading to let you know that this has been moving things out of the way for you. Okay, sort of law of equivalent exchange. What what you're calling in requires you to let go of something that wasn't satisfying, and you knew deep down. This is what we talk about when we're releasing attachments, right? Attachment is just when you feel obligated to something or stuck to something because it's familiar, but it's not, it's not fulfilling. It's not wonderful and good. What are your relationships looking like here, dear? The foolish man. Okay, I like that. That's an inspiring energy. Okay, like I'm blushing. I'm blushing as I pull this Princess of Pentacles here, and she looks like she's kind of blushing, looking over at the Fool, like, and this is what I'm saying. Dude, this is what I'm saying. You could be in alignment or starting to become in alignment with a new relationship, baby. So for that, I'm gonna put a heart down here, because you never know when you're gonna get monetized. You know what I'm saying? The babe that's looking at you is actually a manifestation of your inner love for yourself and your inner child healing, that's come along with you facing the fact that you want to play, you want to have excitement and fun, and not be so overly invested in what other folks think about you. And like all of this worry and pain that's been a part of your story is like something you're willing to leave behind now. Oh my God. Excuse me. Like I said, I was just burping, and that means energy clearing. And it also means that it's like you're going through a big jump up, step up. You could have been jumping or stepping recently, like dance, stairs. I'm just getting like even like a stair step or a treadmill or something, like this energy of going to the gym. Yeah, as we were pulling for Mars, so that makes sense. Yeah, oh my God, yes. Ace of Pentacles. You've been working on your body, and what they're telling me to tell you is that you could be doing myofascial release. Okay, and this could be even around like oppression shit, like stuff that's like real deep, like buried trauma, but it's bringing wealth. Like you're attracting wealth because you're transmuting the just like buried shit. And if you're not, it's like you've been working hard, and you could be feeling like stiff neck, stiff shoulder, and you need to do some myofascial release. All right, my dear, my darling. 7 of Cups in your emotional sphere. Reality has been strange lately, hasn't it? Things have been emotionally confusing, and it's not just you, babe. That's something that you need to know and understand. But this has to do with your family, okay? You could have been gaslit. I'm picking that up. And I think you could have been the black sheep for some of you because you're the star, all right? You're the healer. You're the one who is so sensitive that you tap into everybody's shadow and you know what the fuck is going on under the surface, and you flip shit on its head, always. I gotta tell you this joke. I know, this is ridiculous. So we're gonna stop shuffling for a second. I'm just gonna tell you this joke. So, man dies, goes to hell. And he's in hell. He's looking around. And it's like they're giving him the tour. Okay? And the tour guide says, to your left is classic fire and brimstone. There's a lot of suffering, pain, endless sorrow, objectification, goes on a whole list. And then you said, I've heard of that one, but I'd like to see what the other options are. And then the second room is just a lot of really loud noises, like screeching, chewing, people like, the nails on the chalkboard and all that. And you were immediately just like, no, whatever the other thing is, it's better than that. Because I'm autistic. That's not a part of the original joke. I added that in. But the third option, you go to the third option, and it's just a bunch of people standing knee deep in shit, and they're all looking around at each other, having a casual conversation, drinking coffee. And so you go, oh, okay, yeah, no, this is good. I can get with this. I don't think I would mind the shit smell after a while. So you go in there, you pour yourself a cup of coffee, and then a voice comes on the loudspeaker and says, okay, everybody, coffee break's over. Get back on your heads. Whoa. My teacher used to tell that joke. But yeah, because every time we get off break, he would say, okay, everybody, get back on your heads. And that's what it's feeling like. All right. It's or I should say that's how it's been feeling like. When every time you catch a break, you feel like at some point you got to put your head all the way down into the depths of whatever the fuck this is. You know, your own personal hell. And so the universe is coming to offer levity, reassurance. Because I've never attempted to tell a joke in a reading before, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Not inherently comedic, I don't think, but tell me what you thought in the comments. Did you laugh? Let's get Jupiter. Oh, baby. All right. Well, looks like you're strong as fuck. You got your coffee there in your hand, and you're the one dishing out the fire and brimstone, apparently. Yeah, Lord of Established Strength. Because that's the Strength card, okay? And then it says Lord of Established Strength. Yo, you strong as fuck. Yeah, I don't know. This is really giving that warrior goddess, like, I'm pretty sure this is actually supposed to be Joan of Arc, maybe even depicted, because I don't know, I just remember that. But what Joan of Arc did was to wear men's armor despite the threat of death. So I feel like what you're overcoming right now is the confusion you're experiencing is coming from your nervous system and a need to not just regulate, but to kind of initiate, acclimate, transmute, like go deeper, because with the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, it's like you're building a legacy. And because you're building right now and you're in a space of renewal, it's like the universe is saying, like, hell yeah, you've got this portal of a time of really, really advantageous energies for manifestation. But in order to do that, it's like you're going to have to move past this idea that it's like you don't have a choice and you're going to have to keep putting your head back in the shit. Yeah, 12:22 on the timer. No. The universe sent me to tell you, no, that's not how it works. You are ascending, okay? Because your story, yes, cleansing. Your story does not end in hell, darling. Let's get you one more card. 3, actually, they're saying a situation, obstacle, advice to end on the Wheel of Fortune. Exactly. Things are changing for you. Things are becoming more fortunate. You are actually going to be at the center of wheel, not even the bottom or the top. Things are going to be steady and consistent for you. I'm zooming in on this Aquarius symbol at the center there. So the situation is you're centering yourself. Decentering men. Or but decentering whoever, decentering the external, the ace, excuse me, I almost said ace. So the 8 of Wands in reverse, you don't need to do anything fast. It's almost like the eclipse is coming. You need to open up to the fact that spirit is going to do it for you. Yeah, 1333 on the timer. Deliverance, man. That's what that means. It means spirit delivers whatever timeline and you just live in it. It just happens. Like one day it just happens and that day is today. So accept that whatever you fucking want just could happen at any point now, any day now, any moment now. And being in that mind frame is just like letting go and having fun. That's what it means to surrender. You're not trying to surrender. You just, yeah, exactly. Follow your flame, dude. Follow your inspiration. What is inspiring to you right now? Like you're so used to doing this process. Processing. What do you feel like initiating? What's got you lit up? Because yeah, with the 10 of Pentacles wanting to come out again, dude, when I split the deck, it's like, yes, you are going to have to feel that spark of inspiration and rekindle it again and again and again and again and again and again to build that which you have been seeking. This is never the end, okay? And if you feel like you're getting strung along by the universe, ask yourself why. Why are you stringing yourself along? How are you in resistance to the receiving of these beautiful blessings that you've been cultivating? Ace of fucking Pentacles. Need I say more? Well, if I do need to say more, the link for personal readings is down below, babe. So you can book this hexagram spread, or you can book a 3-card, 4-card spread on Pop Call. That is all available to you. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting how this reading made you feel. Thank you to everyone who's been donating. It's been a blessing to receive assistance for my travels. And my darling, I just want to send you one last little beat of my heart. You are special, and you deserve all the love in the world. Blessed be. Pile 2, I'm your biggest fan. I don't know you, but I feel a sense of like a growing ability to receive warmth, compliments, praise, like attention, positive attention. Like I feel like you are stepping into this kind of portal of positive relation is something I'm sensing with you, a change in the way of you relating, communicating, to be more in vibration with source, consciousness, wholeness, oneness. I don't know why I just heard Peloton. You could have seen a Peloton thing recently. I don't even know what that is. Help me out, guys. Write something in the comments. Pretty sure it's a company, like an AI company or something like that. I'm not a huge supporter of AI, but it also runs all of social media. So what can you do? Pray for sustainability, I suppose. And that's the thing. I think that maybe it needed to get mentioned, something about AI, because of its connection to Uranus and oneness and the planet, and it all kind of connects archetypally. Because I think that what you're meant to do here is to understand the impact of what it is that you're doing. You could be a person who has a business, like you could be an entrepreneur, absolutely, with Uranus and Taurus. You could be someone who has a spiritual business, is a channel like me, or is a coach. Maybe you've built something AI related to your platform, and Spirit is wanting to kind of say, hey, can you illustrate the sustainability of this? And also, are you able to stand on it, even if you can't particularly speak to that piece? Just curious. I'm not trying to call you out. Like, for those of you who are like not in that boat and you're just like, oh man, I would never use AI. Like, the thing is, I think that the tension isn't helping anyone. I just heard someone say, that's right. That's right. No, the tension isn't helping anyone. We need to be able to figure things out relationally, rationally. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So the one, okay, I was getting potentially a partner coming in, but the thing is, like, partner can be business related. Just the word partner is coming up as a synchronicity. The word to describe like that feeling of being struck by a lightning bolt with the sense of powerful connection. Okay, 808, it's like the soul recognition that could have happened recently, or you could be sensing someone in your orbit, in your field, okay? But it's like you're not entirely sure if this is karmic or what. Like, I'm kind of getting a sense in my stomach that maybe you should explore it a little more deeply here, okay, with the one. This is you. This represents you. Okay, Princess of Swords gets a crystal bra. Because you never know when you're going to get monetized, right? The face I'm seeing here, I always see as Hecate or Lilith being the goddess who guides you through the underworld. Here, this is you. You could be an air sign, Princess of the Rushing Winds. You could be someone who, I don't know if you feel like you're rushing recently or you don't want to rush it, because she's holding that sword down. She's looking up. She's being deliberate. You know what I mean? It's like the winds could be rushing around her, but she could be still and steady. You could be learning to be still and steady, even as all this kind of these tides I'm getting. It's almost like the tides are turning, or because I saw 1919 on the timer, so I'm getting that you're being creative. You're someone who has this power to recognize, right deep down, how to move forward, even if the terrain is dark and rocky. You are someone who's able to think logically and clearly. You're somebody, though, who also, it could have not always been that way. You could have really needed to work through. For some of you, it's like, I want to say, like, sort of the type of thinking that you were having could have been characterized as a mental illness, but you thought about it from many different angles. You're like, well, this feels very spiritual to me, or kind of getting, it's like you've recently come out of feeling like you have to worry all the time, because not everything, most things are in your control, okay? Because it's like you're taking control of what you can't. Internal locus of control is the word I have for it. This is for your Mercury, for your mind. Yep. Hello, confirmation. Because we have a Libra symbol, you could be really like someone with heavy Venus energies with the Taurus and Libra frequency. Lord of Peace restored. Yeah, something about how peace is being restored within the way that you tell your story in this life. Because it could have been that some people were kind of, I don't even necessarily want to focus on others, and I don't know that you do either. Kind of seems like you want to focus more on your path and your journey and what you're being called to do. And like I said, how can you make it sustainable? It's not just about the world, but for yourself. Like sustainability is something to always move towards, even if it's like an inch by inch per fucking day, my dear. And I think it's important not to be indulgent with Venus energies. And so let's look at that for Saturn. Is like as we're talking about Saturn, as we're pulling for Saturn, it's like embracing austerity. Ooh, but that you might have a different idea. Here we are with the Queen of Wands, the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You're almost like, screw that. So whatever that was, I don't know if it's something I said or if it's like, because austerity just means like having limits, right? To self-imposed limits, not externally imposed limits, not limits that people give you that are like, yeah, I'm seeing 4444 on my phone clock, on my digital phone clock over here. So it's like limits that help you, not hinder you, right? Self-empowerment is also self-discipline. Okay, so Divine is saying, where can you be more disciplined? You're someone who's saying, yeah, I know, I've been trying to make lists. I got my planner that I don't even fill out every single day, but 2222 on the timer, it's all right. The point is to get into the habit and ground yourself. Take a deep breath with me. Yes, you are connected to oneness, aren't you? The Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, okay. So that relationship energy is very like fated. Fated connections. The feeling that random spark, maybe with many people. Everywhere you go, there could be an attraction to a person that feels very karmic because of how fucking fast it's like you're getting pulled into this person's energy. And it's wild. Like this person could be very like rock star queen, or you could be, I'm really sensing this is both. But like there's a sense of innocence, there's a sense of playfulness, there's a sense of like, well, show me yours and I'll show you mine. It's cute. 23:23, though I may walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. That's Psalms 23. 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I think the important part is for you to break off of whatever that past thing is. Yeah, so you could be having a hard time moving on from something or someone. Let's get a clarifier card. What are you having a hard time moving on from? 3 things? Oof. Start with 1. 6 of Cups, a past connection. 10 of Cups could be family. Could be someone that you wanted to make a family with. Deep emotional connection. 6 of Pentacles, someone who you're still in exchanging finances with. Someone who perhaps it's like they said they would give you XYZ and they didn't yet. And you're like, oh, what is this? It's like, I don't even care about the stuff. I just want to move on, It's like there's something that's tying you to the past that you have to make a hard decision. Maybe, yeah, death. What is worth it to hang on to? with the 6 and the 6. Yeah. Darling, I did not know this was going to be such a shadow work reading, but I'm glad I'm here for you. I'm glad I can be here for you. Maybe, baby, you didn't stay for the whole reading. Princess of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Okay. Oh, yeah. Some of you are in this relationship still. Some of you are really in it with this person, and I apologize if I said anything that, made you feel super triggered here, but like the thing is, this could also just be like how your identity factors into relationships where you feel like you need to people pleaser, be it the traditional in a sense, or you've felt that way in the past, and tradition is a very loose term. Like everybody's family or culture has a different way of looking at that. But let me get another card to see what that's about. Actually, I just want to see. I just want to know. The way to resolution with 2 of Cups. Yeah, the way to resolution, how to resolve things, how to communicate things, how to and I don't know, I'm getting this sense of you're brushing up on something too. Like you learned something a while back and you need to sort of like reiterate or go over or learn it again from a different angle or something like that, because this has an effect. Yeah, Ace of Swords. You need to have a mental breakthrough about something. And that mental breakthrough could have to do with esotericism with the Hierophant. It could have to do with your daily practices, whatever they may be. Here in my solitude. One second. There's lots of people in your energy, boo. Who are all these people? Are they versions of yourself, or are they people you're in contact, conflict, curiosity? What is going on? Don't do that, Vivian. Be nice. You could be a social media person. Okay, so you could need to clear your energy way deeper, like, because I'm just getting evil eye. With the King of Cups, especially because he's staring that motherfucker down. Look. He's like, why the piss are you looking so hard at me? Ugh, get on with your life. Jesus Christ. Yeah, yes, confirmation, baby, confirmation. Rocky Horror Picture Show could be a synchronicity. I don't know why. Could have just been like you thinking on past cultures. I don't know, some of you are in the alternative scenes, punk scene, hippie culture, traveling bands and whatnot. But yeah, countercultural energy is coming up here, and a sense of revisiting thoughts or dreams about exes, but this being a way to expand, because it's like you're channeling, you're turning evil eye into money, right? Is like something that I think we already were looking into. Yeah. Yes. Holy shit. Okay. No, this is good. This is really good. Okay, final card of your reading is the Last Judgment. If you've been worried about getting canceled, okay, please don't fucking worry about that. Have the faith in yourself to deal with things with grace. Okay, grace is the operative word, 2828 on the timer. Compassion for others. Like, that's very disarming. Like, the second somebody comes and says, yo, you piece, and you're like, yeah, what about your feelings? Tell me about it. I would like to know. That is a completely different reaction than people would expect. So the thing about accountability is you don't have to take accountability for false accusations. Only take accountability for that which is true. But I mean, defensiveness will get you nowhere. And I know that it's not that you're necessarily being defensive, but you could be feeling defensive. And I totally get that. Hecate or a similar deity could be a guide for you through this process. Is there anything else, Spirit, that you want to say about that? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to what's happening in your frequency, and this will tell you. I'm looking straight at the book, Think and Grow Rich. You got to read that book. All right, 2929 the timer, or revisit it, okay? And yes, dear, this is what I have for you. If you want me to read deeper, I actually have, excuse my squeaky chair, I can't stand it. If you would like me to read deeper into your spiritual business, I have a spiritual business reading available on Pop Call right now. You can also book the 5 Elements spread if you want a longer reading, and just ask for the 5 Elements of business when you book it, okay, babe? Or we can do the hexagram session, which is a live session where we dive into the sacred space of the heart, take you on a meditation journey, and talk about whatever you please, and pull the cards in the spread that we just used. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Thank you everybody who is helping out the channel by subscribing and commenting and sharing the videos, telling your friends. Donating always makes me happy. Thank you to those who have donated. And I know that this public thing, this visibility thing is a challenge, but you are a boss. Okay? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Oh, pile 3. I'm getting this energy from you. Excuse my squeaky chair while I move around a bit. You are feeling restless. The youth are getting restless. This is your spread for the full moon, darling. So what is so funny to me right now is like when I said full moon, I saw someone, and this is like not for everyone, it's a specific synchronicity, someone like mooning the street, whatever, like popping it out the window or something like that. Just a very specific thing. I don't know who that is for, but you know, you're wild, or maybe recently you felt like you showed your ass, you did something fucking crazy, like not in a bad way, but in a fun way. And honestly, good for you, but also like, this is pent up energy, okay? This is pent up, restless energy. You're like, oh, I've been waiting for too long. I just want to go out and do something. 6 of Pentacles, Lord of Material Success. Okay, you could have recently had an increase in material success, and that's why you're feeling this way. So what is Spirit saying about that? You need to stay tapped into your intuition. If you were here in the preview, then you will already know of this this other card underneath, and both the diamond and the pearl representing how you've taken a long time to form something. You're formed under pressure, and that's why you're like you're very pressurized. Okay, you need to decompress probably, or something about how the pressure was getting to you at one point. Excuse me. Excuse the shaky camera, squeaky chair. Ooh, Lord of Material Work. So you're coming into new work. You started a new work. Something feels very fresh. I feel too like you've matured. Okay. And you could have always been very mature. Like you could have been someone who, you know, like you had a hard childhood, you didn't really get to have a childhood, and so now it's like you're realizing how much like fun you want to have, like even as you have these like probably pretty solid strong commitments here, it's like, oh, but I want, the whole point is so that I can save up enough money to be stable enough to go out and have fun or something like that, you know. I want to pull another card for your sun position because I don't think you're defined by your work, you know what I mean. Eros came through though. Maybe that's kind of like how you're starting to see yourself now. You're coming through as the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So this is someone who spins the wheel and gets what they want. You know, make your own luck is something that I said in the preview. And I think this pile is, you're really that fucking person. You're really that girl, that guy, that gay. Yeah. People look up to you. 3333 on the timer. Woo, yeah, because you're powerful and you're strong and you're like sexy, dude. Like I don't like it's this is even for those of you who felt like visually challenged. You're still very attractive. There's just, I just feel like everyone in this pile has that energy of like, woof, who is that? And so yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling like this energy is just so good, honestly. The Ace of Wands, yo. So you could have been really transmuting your story recently. You could have been saying lots of affirmations or had a huge mindset breakthrough, like, because we have the Temperance on the bottom of the deck, Gemini, Sagittarius axis. I don't know if some of you have a North Node, South Node. I don't know, something going on there, and then Uranus. Something could have been triggered in your chart that had to do with Gemini or Sagittarius energy recently, That, I don't know how recent that was. It was. The feeling that I'm getting is that through this new life, new story, new energy, you've begun to be able to be less of a hard worker, constantly plugging away at shit and being able to spin the wheel. Some of you are literally going to go to Vegas or have some connection to there or to another place that's similar. But the energy that I'm getting too is it's just like you know how to play this game of life. Capricorn energy can be very fun-loving energy. I don't know where you have that in your chart. But with Lilith, it's like you could even have Lilith in Capricorn. You could be somebody who has been this is like hilarious, but like shamed into is something I'm hearing. Like it's like, oh, you're gonna tell me not to do that? Well, I'm gonna do it anyway just to spite you. It's like that energy of like, go ahead, tell me not to do it. It's like a dare. It's like a dare. And so, where am I getting this energy of a dare? Like, all right, let's talk about it though. In your work situation, you're currently feeling shortened force. Like you don't want to do. It's almost like I'm seeing with this Eight of Swords is not necessarily a limited mindset because we already checked in with that. It's more like minutia, paperwork, boring shit, information, math, number crunching. Pay somebody to do that if you can. Maybe you could even talk to the universe about it. Just be like, hey, I need someone to be my assistant. Invest. Figure out a trade. Figure out something. Which, Jesus Christ. Let's look into your Venus, babe. Let's look into your relationships. No, Spirit said this is about Saturn too. This one. Ooh. No, I thought this was the Six of Wands. Excuse me. You are very strong. And I think though that you are very successful, so you don't even really like need that validation. It's more like the universe is coming through with a message of like, hey, I know you're stressed. I know you've been working a lot. It feels like your eyeballs are bulging out of your head. You want to go out and play. You want to go have fun. That's what this is about. All right. Let's check it out. Woo. Oh my God. No. I mean, yes. I mean, somebody's gay. All right. The lovers. Somebody's gay or someone has multiple lovers. Okay. Because we got the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups. One of them is, okay. One of them is more established. I won't say superior. Because one of them is like maybe the better in bed one. The other is the one with the heart. It could be that they're both really good. But it's like, it could be the one who is like more established is giving you a sense of security that the other one who's kind of maybe more like feels more like soul connected, like is giving you less of a sense of security. Wow. Okay. And then in terms of like, if this isn't that situation at all, where you're choosing between multiple lovers, this is a situation where you are thinking about who you want to date, the kind of person you really want to get with. Like, does this person own their own business? Does this person travel a lot? Does this person have a following too? Or, I don't know. I said two, maybe you have a following. Does this person, maybe you're attracted to that. Maybe you're attracted to someone who's an influencer or you have a relationship with someone who is or was, or is going to be. I don't know. Like there's something about influencer energy here. There's something about possibly that even being that your energy is shifting into that somehow and you're drawing in people who are like that. You could be someone who, look at that face, like what a cutie. I don't know. Something about that energy on the Lover's card really drew me in. Someone has this like kind of face with like big eyes and kind of like a unique nose bone structure, whatever that is. Like somebody's got unique bone structure and almost like Victorian era aesthetic, or like the way that they're specifically pleasing and good looking has this sort of old fashioned or very unique feel to it. And artists. People who are artists, like it could be not just that these people are lovers, but they're counterparts in the sense of creativity. You could be putting on a production. You could be someone who's wanting to start a company and have all these really awesome people around you, and you're wondering, like, how do I not get involved? You could be in a band. You could be someone who's in a band. You could be someone who, yeah, I was almost getting like the Fleetwood Mac type energy in my head. There you go again. You say you want your freedom. All right, yeah, somebody's been playing with the fuck boys, or like, it's like, even if you are, Spirit isn't coming to say, whoa, that's bad, you know, giving you the little shook. No, that's not the case. That's not the case, please. Let's look at your Mars energy and we'll see exactly how impulsive you're being. No, I'm just kidding. Love you. The Sun, you're great. You're good. You're golden. Look at this. Look at that. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're more balanced than you think you are. 40-40. I don't know what the number 40 necessarily represents. For me, it's connected to transcendence. We have, yeah, again, 2 girls dancing. So some of you really just need to realize that you really are gay. And that if you haven't really tried that out yet, it's like really important. Okay? It's really like something that's like needs to be reconciled within your heart and your soul. And, you know, some of you, it's like you're queer as in strange and odd, and you need to embrace that too. Let's see here. Should I say queer esotericists instead of adaptable esotericists in my introduction? Tell me in the comments. Queen of the Thrones of Air. Holy shit. I think you're going from somebody who used to go off the fucking handle and make heads roll on the ground to someone who, you know, someone who was bossy, to someone who just has like aura. Right? Like, I feel like you've deinstitutionalized your brain. You've decolonized on a level that it feels deep here, because it feels like your energy is really shining where it used to be cloudy. I feel like you're more fun-loving. You're more excited to just be alive, you know, which is great. Love that for you. The Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, though. You still want to keep it serious. Understandable. You could own your own company and like have people working under you. Queen of Pence, 6 of Pence. Yeah, yep. It's the daily grind. It's your emotions. You're in maintaining what you've already built. You need to delegate. You need to give some of that work over to others. Because like if the case wasn't the case, it would be, this wouldn't be here. It wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be like that. So you're going to manifest that, okay? From your emotions, you could have already had a vision. You could have already been like, okay, no, I need more. I need an angel investor or something here. I need something on the, you know, you could even consider taking out a loan if it's the right kind and the right place and the right time and the right business. It all depends. You can check out my 5 Elements of Business spread on Pop Call, or if you book the 5 Elements reading, you can ask for the 5 Elements of Business when I do the email exchange with you. 5 of Wands. Shit. Yeah, you're conflicted about how to move forward or something like that. I don't know if there's a specific person you were in conflict with, but it doesn't feel very strong. Like what feels stronger than anything is like this desire to go out and do things conflicting with your desire to stay in and just watch cartoons. Oh, shit. All right, so this isn't something to be concerned about, okay? I just want you to see it and not freak out, and not, because right on the bottom of the deck is the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, and so what does that mean? It means that you have to sort of go through sometimes periods of austerity in some way, shape, or form in order to multiply your income, and it's just a phase. And what do I mean by that? I don't mean like mindset austerity where you think in terms of like limitations. You continue to think in terms of expansion. You continue to think in terms of growth. You continue, but you don't stop the same, you don't keep the same spending pattern. You don't keep the same, like like needing status symbols to feel good about yourself, for example, or needing, this is some deeper shadow work, stay with me, because you are, it's like you do have this Lord of Wealth energy like in your field, but maybe there's a sense of like not feeling safe handing whatever responsibilities over to someone else, you know. And it's about building that sense of safety here, and it's not necessarily about money. It's more about expanding the wealth container. Jamie C, I don't know if you watched her, but I have been deeply helped out by that information. Okay, there is such a thing as your energetic wealth container, so I see you expanding that, but you have to embrace a certain sense of like, okay, I need to kind of like go through it to get through it, and I need to look at it to see it. And that's just the way that it fucking is. And so there's a breakthrough on the horizon for you financially that is going to actually help you to have more free time. And I'm also getting more recognition, because when you expand your wealth container, it's like you kind of, I'm getting you expand your ability to be visible along with that, in the sense that you perceive yourself to be victorious instead of just defining yourself in terms of your work and what you've achieved in this life. All right, my dear, let me know how that made you feel in the comments. And by the way, thank you to everyone who contributes to the channel. I very much appreciate that, because I am growing this channel. Every like, every comment, every share, every small contribution that anyone would make fills my heart with joy, because I do love making you these readings, and I appreciate the energy exchange whenever it comes to me. Let me know, my dear. Let me know how everything is going for you in the comments, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye.